Good morning, guys. This is Dikshit Vora, Daxford. I'm a Merge Tech developer. I'm working with software industry for like say 6 years in my journey, and I'm coming from a very different background. And I started my journey as a software developer, and till now, like I'm going pretty much good. I'm having like good opportunities. I'm working with good firms, and I'm based in India. Um, I started this. This is my first, say, video logging and the YouTube stuff. Why I'm doing like this one because I want to improvise myself and I want to give knowledge which I accumulated for like past years and where I struggle with lots of things. I want to share all of my knowledge to the people and how much I can share. It would be good for me. So coming to today's video, like today is a pretty much simple day, and I'm starting with a simple thing which I'm having in my mind. That is like starting with data structure and algorithm problems, and because like what I feel like when I started my journey, I was not into that kind of computer educated, so I started with basic stuff and started working, and now it was a requirement at a point like I had to learn like data structure and algorithm, and I was not spending like sufficient amount of time. So by giving like solving every day a single one-on-one problem from say LeetCode. So I'm taking like problems from LeetCode, and it would be helping me to improvise myself, as well as I would be able to give a short video, say of 15 minutes, which anyone can view, and it would be like much more sufficient for anyone. And I'm creating this thing as a repo, and where people would be able to give a commitment. They can go for commit, they can solve that problem, they can pull all of the stuff from my work, and that is how it goes. So coming to the current scenario right now, like I'm able to you would be able to see my screen where I'm solving like this problem. So coming to the first problem, which today we would be solving, is remove of the duplicates from a sorted array. And this is like a pretty much example, simple problem statement. We are having like a simple example, simple details and basic example, which is saying like if we are having like array with multiple numbers, and in those numbers all of them are being sorted, like they are not descending, non-descending order or non-decremental order, like they are in the perfect sorted way. So coming from 0 1 2 3 4 5, but we are having duplicate values into that one. We want to give a number out to solve this problem, saying like the output would be a number. What number, like what are the elements left behind into the array after removing like all of the duplicate values. So that is our problem statement, and we would be trying to resolve that. I'll written few test cases for the same, like I've written the test cases so that like it would be much more sufficient for anyone to do those testing scenarios. And to be precise, like I'm a JavaScript developer, so I would be doing like JavaScript coding stuff and JavaScript problems which I would be using. So JavaScript would be like my base language of use. I'm not a core Java developer or something, or say anything. Okay. So coming to our point, like this is the basic scenario where our remove duplicate is a function that would be call out over here for the testing scenarios. Okay, and this is how like it would be there. Coming to our function, let us start with our coding first. So what we want to do, we are actually having an array which we want to return, like we need to return a number, return a number. So what would we do? Like let us define a number first, which would be let insert index, say that would be our one. So we are defining like a number, whatever it tells. So we would be getting that at the end. It would be like something like insert. That's it. That is the first point like which I wanted to do it. And second, like because it's an array, I would be always willing to go with a for loop. Why? It's like much more simpler to use and much more easier to go. Say index to I. Second, it would be nums, because we are getting the nums, and it would be length, and we would be having an incremental one. So when we go with the inner thing, the first thing would be like what we need to do. We need to give an if condition. So this if condition would be doing like nums of I minus 1 is not equal to nums of nums of I. So what would it do? This condition would be checking like the first value which it is starting with, the 0th index. So 0th minus 1, it's not equal to, and minus num. So we would be able to find out like if there is anything, then it would be incrementing. So if there is nothing, then we would be going for the our incremental, and we would be adding that one to say our index, saying like this index is equal to nums of I, and it would be insert index plus plus. So it would be incrementing our index value, and we would be able to get like the desired field which we require. So this is how I would be writing like on a simple way. There is another way to solve the same problem, and I would be doing that same thing as well, because there are like multiple ways where people try to accumulate like their ideas and thought. Now coming to this point, like I would be giving a simple, say, so this one is like I given like all of the testing environments. So I would be doing like my test. I written like the test for itself. So it would be npm run test. So it's in my local environment. So we would be able to find out like, okay, if this is going wrong, then it would be saying, see, we found out the best scenario for this one. So for here, we are having like say 5. It was expected 5, but received 6. So that is the thing which we would able to catch. Say when we look at this one, we are having like 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it goes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I was trying to do an experimental mental thing. So this is how we get an accuracy to such kind of problem. And this is how like we write simple amount of test, and that would be solving our work as well. So there is one more test which is failing. Expected 5 and received 6. So it's receiving like 6, and we did the same. Now there is something wrong which is going on with the other one as well. To be true. Okay, it's calculating the same one. Oh, okay. Okay. So now we are having like some kind of issues with our testing mechanism, saying like it's not our testing mechanism, it's our problem. Like we are doing something wrong with our problem. So it's not by this. Okay. And let us do. So our tests are failing. We need to find our problem. We need to solve something into our problem which would be helping us. Saying, hmm. So is it doing the right way or what? What is the problem that is it's doing? And it's receiving 6, 5. That's the wrong thing. That's the wrong. It should be receiving only
single digit, which would be something else. Okay, the culprit is over here. We are starting with the wrong iteration. It should be 1. So the first value should be considered, so only it would be going to that point. Yeah. So all of our test cases are passing now at this point. They're able to see like all of the test cases. And yeah, that is the basic scenario like of debugging. Like we find out like into our life this kind of problems, and these are like a pretty simple way. So this is how we solve this problem. So coming to the agenda, like I would be pretty much happy. I would be very much open to get like multiple comments onto what kind of things are done wrong, and what kind of things I can improvise. Um, so this is like how my first thing is going on. I'm giving a commit and pushing into my repo. You would be getting like all of the details into the description for the same. Okay, where I'm using, and what is the description for like this problem. This problem is pretty much taken from LeetCode. I have taken this problem so that like LeetCode is pretty much open, and I've done the same solution to the LeetCode as well. So that is it, guys. Thank you very much. Sayonara. Bye.